Welcome you all once again with a new topic. Today my topic is the figure of syllogism. In the last class I have already discussed syllogism, categorical syllogism, nature and characteristic of syllogism, structure of syllogism. You can watch the previous video. I have given the link on description box. You can watch the previous video. Let's start this session. The topic is figure of syllogism. Figure of syllogism. Figure of syllogism is determined by the position of the middle term in the premises. That means it is that where the middle term in the premise, from that the figure of syllogism is possible. There are four different possibilities. The middle term may occur subject in the major premise and predicate in the minor premise, then predicate of both the premise and subject in both the premise, then predicate in major premise and subject in minor premise. The figures of syllogism may be represented in the following manner. This is figure 1, this is figure 2, this is figure 3 and this is figure 4. Here is the position of middle term in the place of subject and predicate. And in figure 2 the position of middle term is both predicate in both premise. Then in the third figure the position of middle term in the place of subject and in the both place in subject. And in fourth figure the position of middle term is in predicate in major premise and subject in minor premise. So the different possible position of the middle term in a syllogistic argument constitute the above first, second, third and fourth figure of syllogism. So these are the first, second, third and fourth figure of syllogism. Figure 1. Here is M is the middle term. The position of the middle term is subject place and predicate place. Subject place in major premise and predicate place in minor premise. The first figure looks like a reverse Z shape, and in the first figure the middle term is the subject of major premise and the predicate of the minor premise. So this is the major premise and this is minor premise and this is conclusion. Here the place of middle term in subject and predicate is, this is subject place and this is predicate place. So here is I have taken an example that there is following an example of argument belonging to first figure. All M is P, all S is M, therefore all S is P. This is the example of first figure. Then the second figure. Here is the middle term is predicate place in both the premise, both major, this is major premise, this is minor premise and this is conclusion. The position of middle term is in predicate place. This is subject place, this is predicate place. The position of middle term in predicate place in major premise and also predicate place in minor premise. So the position of middle term in the second figure is both major premise and minor premise is predicate term. Then third figure. The third figure is the reverse of that of second figure. In third figure the middle term is the subject of both the premise. This is major premise, this is minor premise and this is conclusion. M is the middle term, that is which is both premise is middle term. In the major premise it is in the subject place and in minor premise it is also in subject place. So middle term in the third figure is the subject place of both the premise. Then figure 4. The fourth figure is looks like a Z. It is looks like the English letter Z. In the fourth figure the middle term is predicate in the major premise and subject in the minor premise. This is major premise, in the place of middle term is here, it is predicate place, and in the minor premise this is minor premise and place of middle term is here, it is subject place. So in the fourth figure, the position of middle term in predicate in the major premise and subject in the minor premise. The figure is expressed in the following diagram. This is the fourth figure. This is all about the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 figure of syllogism. Thank you.